2 Kings chapter 23 speaks of Yoshiyahu, the king. Wayishlah Hamelech, and the king sent. Wayahsafu Helaw, Kol Diqane Yehuda, Yerushalem, and they gathered to him all the elders of Yehuda and Yerushalem. Wayal Hamelech bet Yahweh, and the king went up to the house of Yahweh. Ukol ish Yehuda, ukol yothve Yerushalem hito, and every man of Yehuda, and all the dwellers of Yerushalem with him. Wahakohanim, wahanavim, and the priests and the prophets. Ukol ha'am, Lemiqaton Wa'adagadol, and all the people, for from the little one and as far as a great one. Wayiqrah Bodhanehem, and he called out in their ears, Et kol divrei sefer haberit, all the words of the book of the covenant, Hanimtah bevet Yahweh, the one found in the house of Yahweh. Wayamud Hamelech al Ha'amud, and the king stood upon the pillar. Wayikrot et haberit lifnei Yahweh, and he cut the covenant before Yahweh. La leket achar Yahweh, to walk after Yahweh. Wilishamor mitzvotayu, ve'et edotayu, ve'et hukotayu, and to keep his commands and his testimonies and his statutes, b'kol leb u'b'kol nefesh, in all heart and in all soul. Lahaqim et divrei haberit hadot, to cause the words of this covenant to stand. Haketuvim al hasefer hadeh, the things written upon this book. Wayamod kol ha'am baberit, and all the people stood in the covenant. Wayithaw hamelech et Hilkiyahu hakohen hagadol, ve'et kohene hamithne, ve'et shomre hasaf, lahoshi mehechal Yahweh, et kol hakelim ha'ashuyim laba'al v'la'asherah, ulekol shabah hashamayim. And the king commanded Hilkiyahu, the big priest, that is the chief priest, and the priests of the second division, and the keepers of the threshold, to bring out from the temple of Yahweh all the things made for Baal and for the Asherah and for all the host of the skies. Vayesherafem mihuth liYerushalem b'shadamot Kidron, and he burned them from outside to Yerushalem in the fields of Kidron. Unashah et Afaram Bethel, and he lifted their dust to Bethel. Vehishabit et Hakamarim, and he caused the idolatrous priests to cease. Atranatanu Malachi Yehuda, which the kings of Yehuda gave. Vayekat babamot ba'are Yehuda, umsibet beYerushalem, and they had burned up incense in the high places, in the cities of Yehudah, and in the surrounds of Yerushalem. وإتهم قطريم لبعل للشمس وليريخ ولمزالوت ولكل شبه hashamayim, and the ones burning incense to the Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the constellations, or planets, and to all the host of the skies. Wayoshe et hashera mi bet Yahweh mihut liYerushalem el Nahal Qidron, and he brought out the Asherah from the house of Yahweh, from to outside to Yerushalem, to the brook Qidron. وَيَشْرَبُهُ بِنَهْرِ قِدْرون, and he burnt it in the brook Qidron. وَيَذِقْ لَعَفَارِ, and he beat it to dust. He beat to dust. وَيَشْلِكْ et عَفَارَهُ عَلَى قِبْرِ بَنِي هَعَامٍ, and he threw its dust upon the grave of the sons of the people. وَيِتُثْ et bate hakadeshim, and he broke down the houses of the Sodomites, or male prostitutes, atar bevet Yahweh, which were in the house of Yahweh, atar hanathim, or gotatham batim lashera, where the women were weaving there houses for the Asherah. Vayaveh et kol hakohanim me'are Yehudah, and he brought all the priests from the cities of Yehudah. Vayetameh et habamot atar Ruthama HaKohanim, and he defiled the high places which the priests burned incense to there, Migeba ad Beersheba, from Geba and as far as Beersheba, Wanatat et Bamot Hathgarim, and he pulled down the high places of the gates, Atar Petah Thar Yehoshua, which were at the opening of the gate of Yehoshua, Shar Ha'ir, the prince of the city, Atar Ala Shemol Ish Bethar Ha'ir, which were upon the left of a man in the gate of the city. Akalo Ya'alu Kohane Habamot, but the priests of the high places went not up. Elamidbah Yahweh Yerushalem, to the altar of Yahweh in Yerushalem. Ki imakalu mathot betoka achehem, except they ate unleavened breads in the midst of their brothers. Witimme et hatofet atra begebene hinnom, and he defiled the Tophet, which is in the valley of the sons of Hinnom. Levilati leha'avirish et beno we et bito baesh lamolch, for not to let cause each man his son and his daughter in the fire to pass to Molech. וישבת את הסוסים, אתר נתנו מלכי יהודה לשמש מבוא בית יהוה. אל לשכת נתן מלך השרים, אתר בפרוורים. And he caused the hawsers to cease, which the kings of Yehudah gave to the sun, from the entrance of the house of Yahweh to the chamber of Nathan Melech, the eunuch or chamberlain, who or which was in the open apartments, where at the Marakavot Hashemesh Sharaf Baesh, and the chariots of the sun he burned in the fire. وإت همذ بحوت أطر على حقاق علية آحاز أطر عاشو ملك يهودا وإت همذ بحوت أطر عاشا مناشة بثته حسروت بيت يهوه ناتث هملك. And the altars which were upon the roof of the upper room of Ahaz, which the kings of Yehudah effectuated, and the altars which Menashe effectuated in the two courts of the house of Yahweh, the king tore down. Vayarosh mitham, and he ran from there, وهشليك את عفارام el Nahal Qidron, and he threw their dust to the brook Qidron. وتهباموت أتر على بني يروشالم أتر ميمين لهر همشحيت أتر بانا شلومو ملك يشرائيل לעשתורת שיקוס סידונים ולכמוש שיקוס מואב ולמלקום תועבת בני עמון תימא המלך. And the high places which are upon the faces of Jerusalem, which are from the right hand to the mount of the corruption or destruction, which Shlomo king of Israel built for Ashtoreth, the abomination of the Sidonim, and for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, and for Milcom, the abomination of the sons of Ammon, the king defiled. V'shibara et hamatzevot, and he broke up the pillars. Vayicherot et ha'asherim, and he cut the asherim. Vayimaleh et mekomam athmot hadam, and he filled their place with the bones of Adam. V'gam et hamidbeh ater bevet el, and also the altar which is in Beit El. Habama ater Asha Yorbaam ben Nevat ater Heheti et Yisrael. The high place which Yorbaam the son of Nevat effectuated, with which he caused Yisrael to sin. Gama et hamidbeh hahu et habama natas. Also that altar and the high place he tore down. Vayishrof et habama hedak le'afar v'sharaf asherah, and he burnt the high place to make small to dust, and he burned the Asherah. Vayifan Yoshiyahu, and Yoshiyahu turned. Vayarah et hakavarim atratham bahar, and he saw the graves which were there in the mount. Vayishlah, and he sent, Vayiqah et ha'athamot min hakavarim, and he took the bones from the graves. Vayishrof alham midbeh, Vayitammehu, and he burnt them upon the altar, and he defiled it. Kidvar Yahweh atarqara, Ishaha Elohim atarqara, etahadavarim ha'el, like the word of Yahweh, which the man of the God called out, which called out these words. Wayomer, and he said, Mahathiyun halaz, atar aniroe. What is this signpost or monument which I am seeing? Wayomeru helayu anshe ha'ir, and the men of the city said to him, Hakever isha Elohim atarabah mi Yehuda, the grave of the man of the God, which came from Yehuda. Vayiqrah et hadvarim ha'el atra ashita al hamidbah Bethel, and he proclaimed these words or things which thou hast effectuated upon the altar of Bethel. Vayomer hanihu lo, and he said, Rest ye for him, or cause ye rest for him. Ish aliyah athamotai, let not a man make his bones to wander or move. Vayamaletu athamotai, so they let slip his bones. Et atamota hanavi atarabah mishomoron, the bones of the prophet which came from Shomron. Wegam et kol bate habamot atarabare Shomron, and all the houses of the high places which were in the cities of Shomron also, Atar Ashu Malachi Yisrael Lahakis, which the kings of Yisrael effectuated to provoke to anger, Hesir Yoshiyahu turned aside. Vayashalahem Kekol Hamashim Atar Asha Bevetel, and he effectuated for them like all the things done which he effectuated in Bethel. Vayidbah et kol kohene hamba mot ataratham alahamidbahot, and he sacrificed all the priests of the high places which were there on the altars. Vayisharaf et atamot Adam alehem, and he burned the bones of Adam upon them. Vayatob Yerushalem, and he returned to Jerusalem. Vayitzaw hamelech et kol ha'am lemor ashu pesach leyahweh Elohechem kakatuv al sefer haberit hadeh. And the king commanded all the people, saying, Effectuate ye Passover to Yahweh your God, like the thing written upon this book of the covenant. Ki lo na'asha ka pesach hadeh miyameh ha-shofetim ater shafetu et Yisrael u'kol yemei malachei Yisrael u'malachei Yehuda, because it was not effectuated like this Passover from the days of the judges which judged Yisrael, and all the days of the kings of Yisrael and the kings of Yehuda. Ki im bithmone eshere shana lamelech Yoshiyahu. But in the 18th year for the king Yoshiyahu, Na'asha ha-Pesach hadeh liyahweh b'Yerushalem. This Pesach was effectuated to Yahweh in Yerushalem. וגם את האובות, ואת הידעונים, ואת הטרפים, ואת הגילולים, ואת כל השיקוצים, אשר נראו בארץ יהודה ובירושלם, בעיר יהושיהו, and also the ones with familiar spirits, and the wizards, and the teraphim, and the idols, and all the abominations which were seen in the land of Yehudah and in Jerusalem, Yoshiyahu burned up. L'maran hakim et divrei haTorah haketuvim al hasefer atramata Hilkiyahu hakohen bet Yahweh, for the sake that he would establish or cause to stand the words of the law written upon the book which Hilkiyahu the priest found in the house of Yahweh. Ukamohu lo haya lefanai melech atrathab el Yahweh b'kol levavo ub'kol nafsho ub'kol mahodo k'kol Torat Moshe v'acharayu lo haqam kamohu. And like him there was not before him a king which turned to Yahweh by means of all his heart, and by means of all his soul, and by means of all his intensity, like all the law of Moshe, and after him one hath not stood like him. Ach lo hatab Yahweh meharon hapo hagadol. Only Yahweh turned not from the heat of his great anger, Atra hara hapo bihuda, which his anger had gotten hot against Yehudah, al kol hak'asim Atra hik'iso Menashe, on account of all the provocations to anger which Menashe provoked him with. Vayomer Yahweh gam et Yehudah asir me'al panai ka'ater hasiroti et Yisrael. And Yahweh said, also Yehudah I shall turn away from upon my faces, like that I have turned away Yisrael. Umahasati et ha'ir hadot ater baharati et Yerushalem ואת הבית אשר אמרתי יהיה שמיתם, and I shall reject this city which I have chosen, Jerusalem, and the house which I said, my name shall be there. ויתר דברי יאשיהו וכל אתר עשה, הלא הם כתובים על ספר דברי הימים למלכי יהודה. And the rest of the words or things of Yoshiyahu, and all which he effectuated, is it not that they are written things upon the book of the words of the days for the kings of Yehuda? B'yamayu ala Paro Necho melech Mitzrayim ala melech Hathor ala Nahar Parat. In his days, Paro Necho, king of Mizraim, came up over the king of Athur, over the river Purat. Vayelech hamelech Yoshiyahu liqrahato, and the king Yoshiyahu went to meet him. Vayemitehu bimegiddo kirototo, but he killed him in Megiddo as his seeing him. Vayarkivuhu avadai met mimegiddo, and his servants carried him dead from Megiddo in a chariot. Vayaviuhu Yerushalem, and they brought him to Yerushalem. Vayikabaruhu bikavurato, and they buried him in his sepulchre. Vayikah amaharash et Yehoahaz ben Yoshiyahu, and the people of the land took Yehoahaz the son of Yoshiyahu. Vayemeshahuhoto Vayamalikuhoto tahatahaviu, and they anointed him, and they made him king in place of his father. Bene Esherim Wathaloth Shana Yehoahaz B'Moloko, the son of 23 years was Yehoahaz in his reign. Uthaloth Ahodathim Malak B'Yerushalem, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 months. V'Shemehim Mo Hamut al Bat Yirmiyahu Milibnah, and the name of his mother Hamutal, the daughter of Yirmiyahu from Libnah. Vayashahara be'enei Yahweh, and he effectuated the evil thing in the eyes of Yahweh. Kekol atar ashu avotayu, like all which his fathers had effectuated. Vayahasarehu Paro Necho berivela be'ershem Hamat, and Paro Necho bound him in Riblah in the land of Hamath, Mimlok B'Yerushalem, from to reign in Yerushalem. Vayeten onesh al ha'arsh, and he gave a tax or tribute upon the land. Meha kikar kesef wikikar dhahab, 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. Vayamelech Paro Necho et Eliakim ben Yoshiyahu tahat Yoshiyahu abiu, Vayaseb et Shemo Yehoyakim, and Paro Necho caused Eliakim to reign, Eliakim the son of Yoshiyahu, in place of Yoshiyahu his father, and he turned his name about to Yehoyakim. Ve'et Yehoahaz lakah, and he took Yehoahaz. Wayavo Mithraim, Wayamotham, and he came to Mithraim, and he died there. وهكسف وهذهب ناتان يهوياقيم لPara'o, and the silver and the gold Jehoiakim gave to Paro. Ach he'arich et harish latet et hakesep alapi Paro, but he taxed the land to give the silver upon the mouth of Paro. Each man according to his estimation. Nagash et hakesep et hadahab et amharsh latet leparaonako. He extorted the silver and the gold from the people of the land to give to Paro. Bene Esherim Wachamesh Shana Yehoiakim B'Moloko. The son of 25 years was Jehoiakim in his reign. Wa'ahat Eshere Shana Malach B'Yerushalem, and 11 years he reigned in Jerusalem. V'shemehimo Zabidah Batapadiah Minaruma, and the name of his mother was Zabidah, the daughter of Pedaiah from Rumah. Wayashahara be'eneyah kukol atara'ashu avotai, and he effectuated the evil in the eyes of Yahweh, like all which his fathers had effectuated.